How are you going to get a job as a project manager, a business analyst, or management consulting? The reality is you start at the beginning. Here's what I mean. Most of the time, folks are going to start off as a business analyst. How do you start off as a business analyst is by becoming a subject matter expert in some field, whether it's technology, finance, operations, customer service, logistics, the list goes on and on. But you start as a subject matter expert, and I've made videos about this before. You document your standard procedures, you document the things you do, you process map what you're doing. Eventually you become a de facto business analyst. And then from there, what you'll do is you get the job title. And at that point, you're looking good. Once you do enough business analyst work, you want to move into a senior BA role. And at that point, you're managing other business analysts. Ideally, you're working hand in glove with a project manager. You're often in charge of describing what has to get done and working with the project manager to figure by when these things have to get done so that the project can deliver an outcome by a certain time. And once you're in that area, you can branch into the project management space. To me, how do you sort of move from business analyst to project manager to consultant is, as a project manager, you start to specialize in certain things. For me, I specialize in governance. So what I look to do is really deliver all sorts of projects based on setting up frameworks, based on the type of project we're delivering. And when you get really good at that, a niche, if you would, you then become a management consultant in that space. So not only are you delivering the projects, but you then have teams reporting into you, you might have staff reporting into you, etc. One of the questions that came to me was, what about reference checks? Now, when you're making a transition from a subject matter expert to a business analyst, you're going to want to have references, people that you have worked with, people who are going to speak highly of you. So if you're a scrub and you basically bullshit your way through businesses, no one will give you a reference. It doesn't matter how many qualifications you have, right? You actually have to do your job, and you have to do your job well. And well is not your definition of well. Well is when people think about you, do nice things come to mind for them? Or do they think, Jesus Christ, we're so happy this person has left the business? And if it's the latter, too bad. It doesn't matter how good you think you are. Others have to believe you're good. All right, so there's an objective standard here. Once you become, I'll say, a business analyst and you have references, the reality is oftentimes people aren't going to ask you what you've done for more references. I don't get reference checked anymore simply because within the Australia, New Zealand market, I've worked on enough projects that are high profile that generally someone is friends with the executive, and it's a question of, do you know this person? Yep. Are they any good? Yep. Cool. It's very informal. It becomes a bit of a boys or a girls club. But yes, when you start, you'll need references, and those people will have to speak well of you. I hope this helps you. Good luck.